These are the tales and ramblings of two men, their dream of running a successful food truck business and life. We invite you along to join Josh and Skippy on this journey. This is the Monday Morning Food Truck.
Powered by Riverside.
Good morning, Skippy.
Morning, Josh.
Good morning, everybody else.
Coming to you from my
Sorry.
mobile office.
Yeah, sorry for the extra noise. Skippy is driving currently.
At this point, I'm just really hoping that my phone doesn't fall. And
That would be tragic. It cuts you out as soon as I start talking, which is fine. But as soon as I try to start a sentence, I get the. So I'm not sure if there's other noise coming. I'm sure it's going to be super annoying for everybody. But we'll do the best we can, everybody. Hopefully it's not too bad. Hopefully everybody survived storms last night. Those that had them in Michigan, in one variant or the other. Skippy, how are you?
I'm fantastic. I had to take my daughter to her one of her OB appointments because she's with child. She's got the cutest little button nose. My daughter's beautiful as well.
What does she have besides a button nose?
Oh, I said my daughter's beautiful as well. She has a cute little button nose.
Excellent. That's
see.
Your daughter does?
Right here, cute little button nose.
You should try to do more things while you're driving.
Well, so cruise control is for. Cruise control is great.
I think that's exactly what it was intended for.
Sure was. Hey, at least I'm not bouncing around. At least it's relatively new highway. However, how you had something special go on this morning?
Not really.
Other than that look.
What is just routine fire inspection. Since we took out some of our gas lines, he wants us to have a new pressure test done before he'll sign off on it. So what is normally a 5-minute, okay, everything looks good, go pick up your paperwork at the city hall in a couple hours. It's turned into now I got to get a pressure test scheduled. And hopefully my city of Grand license doesn't get delayed too long. So,
well, hopefully not.
He told me to go ahead and submit everything, and just to let them know if they have any questions, they can call him about whatever else, and it shouldn't hold anything up. So we'll see. But their online system is pretty awful. So it is saying, yeah. So how was your week, Skippy?
Uneventful-ish. The week is still the same as far as our top selling times have turned on their heads. We got strong lunches and really slow dinners. We didn't have anybody to work Saturday, and I already committed to a barbecue contest, so I decided to shut down the restaurant and go there. We did pretty fair. We did like a 10th in chicken and 3rd in ribs, 7th overall. Got some money. Found out there was a lot of storing issues, but luckily we didn't change. Just normal barbecue.
Good.
It wasn't supposed to rain all day, but started pouring at like 11. And now I'm driving.
That was Saturday?
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to, according to the weather, all the way up until like 9 a.m. when I looked, it wasn't supposed to rain, and then all of a sudden it just changed. And Saturday was pretty much wet the entire day, and then obviously Sunday we had strong line of storms come through. Anybody familiar with the Gaylord area? They got an ice storm. And it's just crippled town. Some of my food truck friends here got contacted by Consumers Energy to take their food trucks up there and feed their crews. I was not one of those contacted.
I did see a Facebook post on one of the food truck groups, though, that somebody was looking for trucks to head up that way.
Yeah.
So,
but luckily
there is opportunity.
We had sirens yesterday, but nothing. We did find out that sirens can go off not just for tornadoes, but for destructive winds. So the local airport we have had the highest measured wind gust was like 95 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
We just got downpours and some thunder.
Good.
Other than that, all good.
Yeah, I lost power for about 12 hours.
Oh.
Yeah. So luckily we got a big old generator on the front of our trailer, and generator ran all night with the trailer powered, and ran an extension cord to my fridge in my garage and got that powered up, and then ran a couple other extension cords into the house so we could charge phones and have the refrigerator on inside.
When did you finally get power back?
4 this morning.
Okay.
I know it's 4 o'clock because all the lights were on in the house, including the room that I was sleeping in. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
And lots of things beep and things when they turn back on in modern houses these days. So,
oh yeah,
but hard to miss.
So you're in week number 2 of being open. How did that go? Looks like it went great. Okay.
No, it was it was okay. We had our first lost day of the year. Not surprising.
Lost day?
Your vehicle's driving me fucking batshit crazy. It sounds like your phone is in the wheel well. I don't know. You move in a second. It just sounds windy and like you're traveling. It just sounds like you're in a car. You just lost your audio now. Oh.
I'll mute myself.
No, you're fine. You don't need to. It actually is better you holding your phone than it was on the dash, so. Unmute yourself, you fucker.
Okay, just keep going.
Yes, it's much better with you. It must be the vibrations in the dashboard that's making your microphone go nuts.
Yeah.
For the most part. Anyways.
Now the vibrations of my camera.
That's okay. We're used to you looking weird. Yeah, it was. We lost money on Friday. It was bound to happen. When you're running payroll amounts that we currently are, your break-even point goes up a little bit. So, really, we need to. Most days we need to be pretty damn close to $1,000. So, to break even. So, when you do 600, it's that's a painful one. So,
and what place was this?
Our airplane cleaning place, and it rained all day Friday for us. We did not have the greatest weather luck all week. So like on Saturday where it was not supposed to rain. Yeah, we had that pretty much all week where we'd get like 15% chances every day for hit and miss spots, and it rained everywhere we went. So we were wet. We were wet, windy, and cold all week. With that being said, I mean, we still had good days. Overall, for the week, we were fine. So yeah, we had a couple days that people really showed up still. I'm pulling up stuff right now. Sorry, I'm a little late to the party. Trying to manage a few thousand things at the moment. 20. Why am I April 24?
If you're looking at that, I'm trying a new food supplier today. They'll be delivering around noontime.
Yeah. Is this your U.S. Foods or?
Yeah, decided to give U.S. Foods a try. Because I met with my GFS rep, and he told me, "Yep, everything's approved. We're just working on your order guide." I'm like, "Can I get a login to the website at least? Mess around, see what the prices are, stuff like that." I haven't got anything back from him.
To just do the delivery orders?
To do trucks.
Wow.
It's a whole different website to do delivery trucks versus like going to the store and get the store to deliver it.
Well, I know, but yeah. So there's different. Yeah, I got it. So I have option. I can do delivery off the website.
Correct. Yes, you can.
But yeah, it's a different. But it's just the express van versus the truck.
Correct.
Yep. All right. Is the pricing that much different?
I don't know yet. I can't see.
I can't imagine it would be.
There's basically it's two different. According to him, it's two different companies. So you got GFS Retail, and then you got GFS / United Tremin, and they're the whole food service one. But they have.
By the way, good morning, Jason.
U.S. Foods has a minimum 20 case order or 20 item order. Cisco is 15, but GFS is a minimum of $750. So I'm like, with pork brisket,
$750 boxes
ribs,
is a lot.
Well, pork brisket, chicken, and ribs, you're getting $750 pretty easy.
I'm getting $750 in brisket twice a week already.
You are or aren't?
That's I mean, that's only 2 cases.
No, I'm talking about like if I get all of them.
A lot of the time. Right, I know, but $750 is 2 cases of brisket.
Correct. What I'm saying is I'm able to hit that $750 pretty easy versus having a 20 case.
I know. I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was just saying it was very low for us barbecue people.
Yes, it is very low. Yes. Please continue.
You were the one talking. I was just commenting on your story.
I was just waiting for you to pull up your numbers. My apologies.
Oh, I didn't know if you were done or not.
Oh, well, find out what happens at noon when they deliver it.
A common theme in questioning people being super snarky via you think you do, but via Facebook comments, TikTok comments, and other comments. People wanted to know if I've passed you in sales yet for this year.
I don't think you have.
I don't think I have either.
I think it'll take you a month and a half, probably.
So yeah. Anyways, this last week, let's see. So yeah, we did. I mean, really, we had a bad day on Friday. Other than that, even with the weather, I mean, we did 1,800 on Tuesday. We did 2,000 on Wednesday. We did 2,000 on Thursday. 584 on Friday. And then 2,100 on Saturday. So really consistent. So the same time frame last March. So that last 2 weeks of March.
Oh, what'd you do Sunday?
Oh, that's yesterday. Sorry, that's on the next week. I just pulled up the week. Sorry.
Sunday to Sunday.
That's the typical. That's what Square pulls up as a week. So I just hit last week to find out what my sales were. Sorry. Yesterday was 881. But we're hoping that spot will get us 11 to 13. We have less labor on Sundays typically because we don't have Troy working in the mornings, which is a big chunk of that labor. So yeah, Sundays we're okay with being a little bit less because it's Sundays and no matter where we are, it's going to be a little bit less. But
Speaking of Troy, he was on his own this week, wasn't he?
Did fine.
Good.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep. He's got mac and cheese nailed down. He's pulling briskets at the right times. So yeah, he's doing everything right. So
Beautiful.
which is good because yeah, he's got, I think he's doing eight out of 9 days in a row. While my wife has surgery and is that first stretch of recovery. So yeah, so good. Yeah, it'll be good to be able to have that in place where I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so overall, last week total from Sunday to Saturday, the true week, was 9,800. So not too bad. Yeah, I mean it's not too bad. Kind of 7-ish, 8-ish was our, I mean, break even. We'll say break even for the truck as a whole with labor and everything. So we're making a little bit of money, which is good. But yeah, if you take, so we started, I think, the 18th this year of March. If you go the 18th through the 31st this year over last year, we're up like $6,000 for those 2 weeks over last year. So
True good.
even though we started a week later than last year, we're only down 6,000. So we made up half the money that we were from that first week. So yeah, we're doing okay. Now we're getting into spring break, so there's this next 2-week stretch are the various school district spring breaks, which we're going to have. We'll see what happens. We have a couple private events this week. One of them on a very rainy day on Wednesday, so that's good that we have a private event that day. That helps things a little bit. And then we have our first Etna event on Friday.
Ooh.
So should be an okay week. We don't have a lot of opportunity for public visiting. We're only doing lunches on 3 of the days on our schedule. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, things are looking okay. Our sales for the year, an update on that, are at $23,500 for the year.
Well,
So not bad.
you beat my March.
Well, that's the whole year. So we had some other stuff in there. Let me just pull March.
Oh,
This month. Sorry. 21.6 for March.
I think we tied for March then.
Good morning, Fran. Good morning, Jason. I think, Jason, did you have a birthday this last week? I think I saw you come through my Facebook. Or recently, maybe. Well, good. Good job. Good March, Skippy.
I mean, it was fair. Yeah, we had I had to bring the trailer after, so I had a lunch at the Chelsea Proving Grounds for Stellantis. And luckily I had the awning because people came out and stood underneath the awning. But then I still don't know which way, when it's raining, which way it decides to drain, because it's one of those weight ones. And I think one person got soaked because it decided to fall on top of him. But
you don't have the arm you can pull down to tilt it
I do.
on that?
I do. And I put it out there and I forget.
Okay.
Because I really don't know.
You like people to roll the dice?
Yeah, I should just put a sign, don't stand on this side. Because the way our trailer sits a little bit shorter on the front of our truck, and I don't ever really disconnect, so I probably just need to jack it up a little bit so it's more even, or it goes towards the back. But then the back is where the register is, so we'll see. Anyway,
Yep.
So my person that was covering the restaurant had to leave at like 2, so I had to race to get from Chelsea to the shop and then pull the trailer into the shop parking lot. That wasn't fun because people are
Nor
looking at me.
allowed.
What?
And you're not supposed to have it there.
Well, I called the owner, made sure,
Okay.
but I had to wait for her to move her car so I could pull in without blocking her in. And like people are behind me looking at me like, can I pull into the drive-through? I said, I'm not pulling in the drive-through. I don't care.
Oh,
Yeah, it's weird. Just lunches are doing good. Dinners are actually, so Wednesday's our first day of staying open till 8. So we'll see how that goes.
okay. Yeah, we've been. Huh?
Nothing.
Huh. Yeah, we've been pretty consistent across the board. Lunches and dinners. Oh my God, what are we? It's a very nice roof of your car. Hi. What's going on?
I had you on mute.
Okay.
There might be, because a fire truck with sirens just passed. I didn't want to pitch out.
Yeah.
And now there's
Thank you.
another one coming. So
Yeah.
'cause you can't turn your camera on this
No.
thing. So I'm gonna pull forward so I can get off the light and then pull to the side of the road.
It's a ambulance.
It's a ambulance. I want to get
I hope everybody's okay.
I want my first delivery vehicle to be an ambulance, a former ambulance.
You can't have the lights and sirens on it.
I still want the lights and sirens on. Yeah, so that's so I got an interview today with somebody. We picked up a rather prominent catering order tomorrow. I thought I had my first April Fool's joke for tomorrow. I get a phone call at the shop asking, I don't know why the hell I put my blinker on. I get a phone call at the shop. They say, this is so-and-so. We're looking to get barbecue for my 25-person team. We'll be up in Brooklyn testing. I'm like, testing? It's like, yeah, this is Joe Gibbs Racing. I'm like, oh, okay. So I go through and they're like, yeah, we normally get barbecue. It's a 2-day event, or 2-day thing, but because of the rain, we're only going to be up there one day. So we just want to get barbecue. I'm like, okay. And at the whole end of the conversation, I said, I got to ask, like, this isn't an April Fool's day joke, right? Because Tuesday's April 1st. Like, you sure? He's like, no, dude, I wouldn't do that to you. So I sent him an invoice and he paid it. So he's going to come pick it up.
With a little extra, if you can get that back in cash, that'd be great.
He gave me a $110 tip.
Yeah. That goes to the DJ.
Well, that goes to the DJ, yeah. Yes, that's scam.
I'm having a hard time paying the DJ. Is it okay if I just pay you a little extra and we can just do it all at once? Well, good.
So we have
Maybe they'll let you take a lap.
Well, so I was telling a couple people at the rib burn, and one guy's like, you should ask to tag along, and because they're coming to pick it up, but you should ask to go back with them, grab a rib or a couple of them, and like when they come in for a pit stop, you take a video of you going out and giving the guy a rib, or like putting barbecue sauce in his water bottle or something like that, and just say something about like not endorsed but highly approved. Or I'm like, I'll just be happy if I can just slap a sticker on his bumper. So, but Joe Gibbs Racing right now has the top driver. He's won 3 out of the last 5 races.
Nice.
I don't know his name off the top of my head, but
Well, cool.
so it should be fun.
Very popular guy.
Yeah, very popular guy. I just don't watch NASCAR anymore.
Right. Yeah. Well,
So
cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
So you have that going for you.
So I got that going for me. I got 2 interviews today. Yeah,
Are you replacing staff or just adding staff?
It's a great question. I'm glad you asked. So I think I texted you about this problem that I had the other day.
You did, yes.
Okay, So here's the problem. So one of the cafe girls works for me at night. So she gets done at 2, takes a break for an hour and then comes over at 3 and works till 7. or was going to work till 8 when we opened late.
Mm-hmm.
The owners always worked until 6. The cafe normally closes at 2, but when we're open, they stay open a little bit later. And they made the decision they didn't want to stay there and work anymore. So they're making their shift leads, which there are 3 of them, split the 4 days. And of course, they gave the girl that works for me 2 out of those 4 days, 2 days to work over there. And not only does it affect just the upcoming schedule, it's permanent. So now I have to find somebody for like the night shift, like or early afternoons on Wednesday and Thursday. Yay.
Piece of cake.
Sure.
My person, Felicia, who gave me availability of 11 to 2 and then 4 to 10 every day.
Oh.
Which is fine. She said she can work both. She just has to get her kids from school and back to the house, blah, 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 in between. So, okay. Well, it turns out that she also has a boyfriend to pick up from work who gets out of work at 3:30. That is a half hour away from her house, which then is most times a half hour away from wherever we're set up. So in reality, she can't get anywhere until 4:30.
Probably 5 with traffic.
Yeah. So yeah, she's been regulated to some lunch shifts and weekends only, and we'll see how that works. But yeah, I need her for the next few weeks. So,
yes.
We'll see how that goes, and if it works out, then great. If not, then we'll move on at that point. But
and then you'll let her go by saying,
"Bye, Felicia."
Bye, Felicia.
So yeah, other than that, I mean, everything's. I mean, she does fine. She needs to be a little smilier when she's taking orders, and she's a little short, so she has a hard time reaching her bags that are up on that top shelf above our window.
I don't blame her. Why don't you put a command hook and just hang the bags so they're easier to grab?
Hang the bags?
Yeah,
what are you talking about? Hang the bags?
Take a command hook or command strip, put a hook on it, and then just hang them from the wall instead of having them up top.
I don't have wall space. Where on the wall? I don't have wall space.
Throw it on your door. Throw it next to the TikTok screen.
There's no room there.
Throw it on the front of the cabinet. The front of the cabinet. There you go. That's where I put mine, in the trailer.
Oh my God. No, they're fine where they are. She is fine. She can manage.
Is being short a disability? Do you have to make her
No, it is not.
ADA compliant?
Nope. What she does do is, though, she pulls down a handful of each bag and sets them on the counter behind us. But we've really gotten used to liking that counter being free and clear of stuff, so we can, prep when we need to and do other things there. But yeah, other than that, she's doing okay. She'll be all right, I think, as long as we can get her schedule part figured out. And really, it's harder right now because I'm not on the truck, and I'm not going to be on the truck for the next couple weeks at all. So,
sorry. Okay. I just got home, so I was setting my steering wheel up so I can. We're good now.
Excellent.
We're good.
We're good now?
We're good.
Okay.
No.
Are you staying in? Are we staying in your car for the rest of this thing, or?
Yeah. That way, nothing bad will happen. I don't need the producer or the director getting all angry at me. So we're just here.
The odds of that happening are slim to none.
Oh, well, that's good.
And Slim left the building a long time ago for both of us. So,
I was happy. I got in my truck today, and I pressed my button to set my seat and everything. And I'm like, "Is this really where I sit? My belly's not touching the steering wheel anymore." I'll be damned. Small victories.
Stress will do that for you.
Small victories.
Jason says, use your sauce bottle to fill up the car. Stage a video like you're feeling it with sauce. Get their permission first, of course. Haha.
I think it'd be fun. We'll see what happens.
That would be fun. Yeah. Yeah. So staff is going great.
Yeah, labor is. I'm gonna try to get to this while we're doing shit here, but
All right. I'll pull up mine. I haven't really looked at mine yet for the month.
so I find it's easier to look on the dashboard app. If you ever want to look at if you're looking at your phone, but
I hate doing things on my phone with Square. It drives me batshit crazy. Oh, speaking of Square, you want an update on my business name?
Business name, sure.
You remember how I got my business name? I got stuck. I told you that.
Oh yes.
Because when we're doing the pickup locations, it has a pickup name on it.
Yes.
Which apparently changes your business name now.
Oh.
It didn't before. That changed sometime since we closed last fall.
Okay.
So we were inadvertently changing our business name when we changed our online order and pickup location name. Okay. But you can only change your business name 3 times in a year.
Okay.
So we got locked into our business name being Fillmore Complex. So all our credit card receipts, all our invoices, all went out with that name on it. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't change it back because we had changed it 3 times already. And it says on that page, if you need this overridden, please contact support. I had 2 separate conversations of 45 minutes, both times saying it was being escalated. It finally got changed back on Thursday, a week later. I got a very passive-aggressive email saying that they have done it. Basically, will not ever do this again for me. So be careful.
Yeah, don't fuck it up.
Yeah. So I've had 2 issues with Square. They have resolved one. I think I only said that I was going to start shopping other POS services about 5 times in my second support conversation. So I was like, if this cannot get resolved today, if they couldn't change my business name, yes, 100% I would be looking at other things.
Yeah. I get it.
Because there's no legal reason. The only reason they do it is because people are taking advantage.
Yeah.
And it confuses your customers.
It does.
So there's no reason for them not to change it for me. For a customer that they've had for 5 years, that's doing some pretty decent volume through them. You know? I made a mistake. I owned up to it. I said, I fucked up. I missed where it said that this is now changing this. Totally my fault. I made a mistake. Please just fix it. You can fix it. It says it right there.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
So I don't know what I was talking about right before that, but we'll get back there in a second. Jason said, Skippy, serious question.
Oh boy.
With really slow dinners, is the best time to move is this the best time to move to an 8 p.m. close? Maybe wait until weather gets a little better.
Fuck you.
Are you frozen? Or are you thinking?
I'm back. It tried to connect to my house Wi-Fi.
You had your thinking face.
All right, what was the question?
With really slow dinners, is this the best time to move to 8 p.m. close? And I'll be right back.
To answer your question, yes. The reason is because I close at 6 now, where most people are going out between like 5 and 6. So they don't really have a lot of time to come to me. If you were to go to our town square, there's two main restaurants. There's a bar and grill, and there's a kind of a bougie place, and there's no parking for either one of those. And so people are just circling the square, trying to find parking while we are closed. So I'm seeing this happen. So I want to try to capture some of that business. The only thing that I don't have that they do is alcohol. And I'm hoping that That's not going to
We need
be a
solar
deterrent.
convenient drive along the lash line rather than in like one.
And Josh is doing backroom drug deals.
Right. Well, good. Glad it's going down.
It's going down.
Going down.
Something's going down.
Yeah, we had a swollen face in the family this morning.
Oh,
Picked up the urgent care. I don't know. Something. It started going down on its own, but
it was probably a right hook that one gave the other.
maybe.
All possible. Anyway, I was telling him that opening till 8, trying to capture the night business because most people are going out to eat after 5 when they get out, and we're only open till 6. So the plan was always
Jay,
late.
Okay. Says makes sense. Maybe a late night happy hour special could draw a crowd if sales need a bump.
Yes. I don't know what I could do. I mean, I could.
Yeah. Half price appetizers.
I don't have appetite. But yes.
Maybe you need some. Time to start doing some chips and salsa, man.
I've been thinking about stuff. I've still been. All right, so since we're talking about this part of, like
we were talking about labor. We wanted to get back there.
All right, we'll get back to labor.
We're doing labor first.
Do labor first. Mine last week was 8.34%. What?
Awesome! I'm so happy for you. That's so crazy low.
It is
because you're not counting yourself. You don't count.
Absolutely, so, I don't count.
And you were the only one that worked last week, apparently.
No. I have my morning guy comes in 4 hours a day. My daughter works 4 hours a day, and then I got my night person. Fine, hold on. Right. I'll go the week before.
No,
So the week before,
I thought you were.
The week before, I lost my ass on Saturday. I had 2 people there that I paid labor to. My labor was 12.5% or 12.8%. Again, not counting me.
For me, last week, and that's another thing we were going to check to see if it fixed itself after you run payroll a little bit, if it adjusted somewhat. But I don't think it does. I think it goes off at what true numbers are. So according to Square, for this past week, I was at 27.56. Almost $2,700.
Okay.
But I think we talked last week about how, like when I'm doing the schedule, Chris is salaried, right?
Yeah.
So he gets his 40 hours as his standard pay, right? But you can schedule him more than 40 hours, and it'll add those hourly rates into those extra hours. So I think that pulls through. So if he punches in and out for 45 hours, it adds in those extra 5 hours to labor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's say his normal pay rate is $1,000 a week for 40 hours, right? So if he clocks in and out for 45, there's going to be another $250 in there or whatever. Make sense?
Yeah. Yep.
So it figures that into the labor percentage for Square labor versus sales reports. So true labor is going to be a little bit lower than that, but not anything crazy. Troy is definitely the biggest contributor to our higher labor this year.
Yeah.
So once I really get my spreadsheets back in order and working those again, I'll be able to have a better idea of true labor costs, what our payroll is versus what our sales were. But yeah, so for the month, we're 26%, which is well within the range of where we should be and where most businesses, restaurants are So, but yeah, it's we get to these slower weeks, which we're going to have a few of here coming up, where these costs are fixed for the two biggest contributors to payroll. So
Yeah, we don't.
it'll make for a couple tight weeks.
We just had spring break this past week.
Yeah, so there's like it's almost like a 3-week swing almost, because Newaygo area went on spring break this week, and then all of our area schools around here by my house are next week. So we have this. Yeah, we're going to be in spring break.
The spring break was always spring break was beginning of April.
It always seemed that way for when we were in school, but
so longer.
Yeah. So yeah, Alex, for Caledonia and Hudsonville, they start spring break on like Thursday this week. But Newaygo's they started spring break last Friday, which we found out when we were up there and people were telling us. So yeah, we have a big swath where in our service areas, people are going through spring breaks. I looked at our sales last April just because I knew Aprils are slow typically. I just wanted to see how slow it was. We did not have a week above $8,000 in sales until the last week of April.
Really?
So they were all hovering right around like 7 to like 8,200.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spring break, and we had awful weather last April too, which didn't help. Yeah, last spring was pretty terrible in Michigan for weather. We didn't have a whole lot of dry. We didn't have a whole lot of warm. We had that very early warm up, I think March, where everything started budding super early, and then it got cold for like a month again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're hoping that we can. Our sales this year have been trending well. We're seeing a lot of new people. We're in a lot of new spots. So we're gaining customers. I know that we've already gained. What's that?
I was gonna say, I noticed you moved to, was it Dutton on Saturday?
Sundays.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were at the brewery on Sundays. That really nice. Trail Point, really nice brewery. We were there every Sunday almost last year, and it just never. Sundays was not a brewery day apparently in Allendale, Michigan. So yeah, it was like a $600 to $700 day, which we kind of just accepted as it is, and we took those days to clean.
Yeah.
So the trailer got cleaned really well those days. We got the smoker cleaned out those days. We only had one person working, so it was usually me or Chris for the whole day. It was a nice, relaxed end of the day, end of the week. But this week, so we were like, yeah, well, let's try Dutton because we have a good following there. The farm that we used to set up at was always on Sundays and in the area. I'm trying to replace some of that since we're not going to be out there this year.
Yeah.
And so far, I think on a good weather day and a normal week, it's probably a $1,200 to $1,300 day. So we're going to double our Sundays almost and still not have a super busy, it's not going to be a stressful day. We're still going to be able to get stuff done on the trailer. So, yeah, that's going to help a lot. We're doubling up a lot of spaces where we wouldn't double up necessarily. Newaygo's one. Like we're only doing lunches in Newaygo for the most part, and then we're heading off to somewhere else to try to capitalize on dinner instead of just hanging out in Newaygo for the day. So, and we're leaving duds off the schedule, which made the schedule some weeks hard to do. So,
I was noticing Patty Matter's schedule today. They're going to a brewery or something on Friday that I don't remember ever seeing you at. I thought I'd be getting.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm beginning.
Which brewery?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm sure.
Let me look. I'll find out. I'll look at their schedule.
But I was looking at it, and it's not packed. I expected it to be busier. I wonder if she just has caterings and doesn't put it on there.
Oh, you mean her schedule?
Yeah.
It will get there. It's this time of year.
Because they got two trucks.
There's just not a whole lot. Yep. And they don't run them both all the time. So, Ramblewood Apartments, Farmhouse Cider.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if
They don't
that's-
want us.
they don't want you.
Nope.
Why don't they want you?
I send them messages and emails every year, and I never get a response.
Well, give them a buzz. Give them a call.
So
Pick up the phone.
I have, and I've been told I will be contacted back with the person that schedules things, and I never get a call back. That's like we're blacklisted out there somehow. We've never been out there. Never.
Where is it?
It's only like 15 minutes from my house.
Oh, that'd be
Just down the
that'd be
road.
a great spot, wouldn't it? That's just a great.
I know.
Oh,
Yeah, it's they do a lot of trucks out there. It's a cute little place out in the middle of the woods. They do live music. It's a very cute place, and yeah, for whatever reason, they don't want the Rex. I don't know. I don't know.
do you think? All right, so I do have a question. Since you brought that up,
Mhm.
we'll get to menus here.
You think it's the name?
That's what I was going to ask. Do you think it's the name?
I know. No, I don't think so. If it is, it's one of 3 spots that we've been turned down probably because of the name, and one of them was a church, and I get it, but for them, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe let's go with that. It's our name.
Maybe.
But just let us know.
That's what I was asking. I mean, you don't have. You changed from the cartoon logo to a more